Hello, and let's watch DEATHBATTLE. Welcome back to a brand new video. A new DEATHBATTLE episode is finally here. This Aang versus Traveler, which is Avatar: The Lost Airbender versus Genshin Impact. I don't know these two characters that well. I know Aang has been on DEATHBATTLE before, but I never watched Avatar, so I think he's one of the characters coming to Sonic Racing Crossworlds alongside whoever the female character names was. So there's that at least. But anyway, I don't really watch Avatar. I haven't really watched the whole of anime lately. I really want to watch more though, but you know, I haven't gotten around to it yet, basically. Anyway, Genshin Impact, I tried it a little bit. I don't think it hooked me though, because I only played it for probably like 10 minutes or so, which is definitely not good enough to tell how, good enough to judge how good the game is. I'm sure it's a great game in its own ways, but yeah, I just tried it just to try and see how it was, basically, but I never continued trying beyond those 10, 15, or whatever minutes, how long it was, and that was years ago, I think. A couple years ago, 2, 3, I don't know how long it was, but it's been a while. And this game has probably gotten a ton of updates since then, since, as far as I know, this game is still getting updated even to this day, so, yeah. I sure they have a lot of similarities, considering they're going up against each other here. I assume, I know Avatar has some kind of airbending stuff, they're not any stranger to that. But anyway, I don't know much else to say, so let's go right to the analysis, so we can learn about these two characters. So, let's go! Right, let's go.
Aang the Avatar versus Aether the Traveler.
Aether the Traveler. When did it say Aether in the title?
And it's our job to analyze
Aether the Traveler.
armor and skills to find out who would win
Interesting.
death battle. Water, earth, fire,
Hoi hoi.
air.
Okay, just check
Long
it.
ago, the
It'd be
four
awkward if
nations lived
I
in harmony, united
was
by
recording the
the
screen, but then not my voice. So, good thing to check that. It's just it's a good thing to check that, because it's gonna be kicking you in the it's gonna be kicking you afterwards, basically, if you want to do recording the whole thing without your voice. It can happen. Everyone can happen.
Real-life martial art Bagua
It can happen.
is the most
Anyway.
spiritual of the four bending styles, focusing on evading and diverting attacks through circular motions. With even the smallest movement, Aang can create tornadoes, run like the wind, and block hypersonic explosions.
The perfect style for a twinkle-toed goofball like Aang. He even invented his own technique, the air scooter. How does he not fall off?
Air is a lot of air bending is probably his expertise. I think. They say air grinding or whatever it says, so I assume air is the one bending that he has mastered.
And being forcibly separated from Gatso. He was just a kid, so he froze up. Like, literally, he accidentally froze himself and his adorable Sky Bison Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings Katara and Sokka. Time wasn't kind.
Katara, yeah, that might be the name of the character I was thinking of earlier. The one that's also coming alongside Aang to Crossworlds.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to understand the world's people, learning their cultures, their sadness, joy, and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe
Cool.
and his twin crush, Aang learned waterbending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements,
Okay, I guess it knows more than just
liquid in
airbending.
all forms to freeze targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but Aang's friend
I guess he has to...
stop being a wimpy pushover.
Okay, and now that I think about it, he might actually experience all of them. Airbending, waterbending, earthbending, firebending, energy bending even.
Earthbending is themed around the steady stance
So I guess he kinda mastered all of them.
moment to strike head on.
Well, at least most of them, maybe.
But even with
I
the
don't know.
world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending bayous, and living in Ba Sing Se, the city where no wars ever happened?
Yet across his journey,
That would be
power
nice.
eluded
No
him.
wars
The
ever.
Avatar state, an enhanced mode of being that came to him in moments of peril.
And we'll learn to
Sure,
live
and
together
yes,
as
and if
friends
the Avatar cycle ends permanently,
instead of
who
fighting
cares
with
when
each
it
other,
gives you enough power
going to
wipe out
wars
a
and
whole Navy fleet.
Come on, Boomstick.
pointing
The
weapons
Avatar
at each
state
other.
is more than just a power amp.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole time.
I lurk where all Avatar talk is.
Through the cosmic power of the avatars before him and the ancient spirit Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous avatars, greatly expanding his bending options. Lava bending from Avatar Roku, sonic shouts from Avatar Yang Chen, and even more
Okay, I guess it
are
really does
theoretically
master all of
available to him
them.
through their memories.
Oh, I get it. You can't just grind your way to controlling the Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
He needed onion banana juice.
Yeah, technically, I suppose. Gross.
Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he had
Aw.
to choose between the world or the girl.
That's a big
Followed his heart,
sacrifice.
And it didn't end well.
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors,
And these two honking dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
formed from the
Okay.
explosive movements of Shaolin Kung Fu. Firebending controls all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can redirect lightning bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Iroh, the
Okay,
best
that
uncle
is-
ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning.
Okay,
you know it's the real deal.
okay, that is interesting though. Apparently there's a lot of stuff you can do with just lightning alone. Or just with all those powers. I guess each of the elements have
Not exactly.
hundreds of different possible uses, don't they?
In the value of life above all. Being the last airbender, Aang didn't think his people were truly gone unless he went back on their teachings, meaning he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Firelord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom.
Not at all. Are you even listening? Aang was simply at odds with what he wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar Kyoshi's case, a new island. As in, she broke off nearly 30 square miles of a peninsula to form a new landmass. But to defeat
Wow.
Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
Not the easiest thing to do, but Aang totally overwhelmed Ozai, severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate FU to this warlord's ideology.
Now that the Fire Nation had cooled off,
I
Aang
get
led
it.
a new era of peace with the United Republic of Nations, a place where all people could prosper and where a new generation and a new avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara. Take that, Zutara shippers!
I will end you.
For all his doubts, Aang fulfilled the Avatar's destiny and then some, and he did it in a way that was true to who he was.
Because before being the Avatar, or even an Airbender, the greatest thing he could ever be was himself. All in a day's work for a free, fun-loving kid.
Of course. Alright, the Traveler, let's go.
Extra barbecue sauce.
Ad Astra Abbasask. Welcome to Tevat, a mysterious land governed by godly archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars, Ether.
AKA the Traveler, who escaped his dying world with his sister Lumine in search of the flowers that blew on their lost home. Only to crash land,
Excuse me.
awaken to an apocalypse and get cubed by this jerk.
Separated from his sister, Ether awoke, again, in a new, less apocalyptic age, and fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
Yeah, she makes for good emergency food. With his new guide, traveled to the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the past, but got a Breath of the Wild glider instead.
And his first element,
Nice.
Animo.
I think this game takes a lot of inspiration from Breath of the Wild,
And of course,
for as I heard.
Wait! But guess what? Traveler wasn't the only one with a power like this. Tevat was full of blessed people wielding these relic things called visions.
vision bearers can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, well, vision to perceive the elements around them.
Normally, they're limited to a single element, but Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Tevat. No vision relic needed for him.
Each nation had a new culture, a new element, a new crisis.
And new character banners. When asked to play a sleuth for a murder case in Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of Earth.
Okay, I think I'm starting to see why he is being matched up against Aang, because of you know, basically both have airbending abilities. So
Electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other electro users like my wife Lisa can conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains.
Excuse me.
All kinds of people like this. You know the type. Twinks.
Yeah, Tevat has its own laws, Boomstick.
Oh,
Many
it's a DBX
Twinks
guy.
being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Ringmaster.
Shut up, Wiz. This guy's been playing Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can mix elements for different reactions. Basically, big elemental combinations. Geo crystallizes materials into special barriers. Electro mixed with water stuns foes. Animo spreads elements around in swirls of destruction. Boom!
Like how I combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly.
Sure,
Using Dendro, Traveler can form
sounds like a
light
great
that
thing to
witness.
combine.
Water and lightning makes homing beams. Yeah, fun from that.
I don't know.
With enough clever thinking,
Doesn't feel
and
very safe.
artifact farming, you can combine anything in Genshin.
Okay, we get it. Go lose another 50-50, you whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later beat Scaramouche, an edgy catboy with multiple elements at his fingertips, all in a time loop that got repeated 168 times.
Speaking of time, Ether had control of more than just his own future. Tevat's fate fundamentally changed in ways small and grand, all through his unending willpower.
Because the Traveler was a descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny. Even this big tree that records all of the world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped
Oh, wow.
the judgment of
Really?
the biblical flood in Fontaine, where he mastered Hydro for his best Cuphead impression with water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended it. If that wasn't cool enough, Traveler can, unrelated, turn into a dinosaur. Hell yeah.
That too.
Yo, look at him. Wonder if
Oh, that could probably come into Avengers.
Through these
I don't think Aang had something like that. I mean, he could probably
or charge foes like
Excuse
a
me.
Jurassic Bull. He
use
traveled across
airbending
the
and stuff
land,
to
searching far and wide,
create
and finally
rocks.
stopped swinging
I don't
that
know.
one-star dull blade.
Instead, picking up the prototype Rancor.
I don't know where that set was
Feels
going.
like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster and several straight days of training. What a grind set. Still, Traveler's Cyst kept eluding him, choosing to hang in the shadows with these Gluminati folk.
A group from Conria, the nation cursed by the gods for messing with the Abyss. Unbeknownst to Ether, his sister had already traveled to Vat in a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end,
Oh.
she found... Well, we
I guess
don't
that kind of
know.
makes sense, because if I
But
remember
whatever it is,
correctly,
let her decide what the
you can
crazy
choose
deal is.
which of them you
Twist.
want to play as in the beginning of the game. Right? So this one is basically following, you know, his story, and then if you follow the girl, you follow her.
Connecting with the people
That's
there.
basically
Traveler achieved
that's
no
your way to
mercy.
see her part of the story, I assume.
Primordial element juice. Strong
I
enough to
think.
make a
I mean, I could be
flame of
wrong,
fire and hope
obviously.
for
If anyone played as
Hell yeah.
more
That's
of
take down the heart of the
Genshin
abyss,
Impact than I
which is
have,
on
feel free to let me know in the comments, but if I'm right or not, but
Raiden Shogun.
An Archon who, in ages past, sliced Yashiori Island in two.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon, Traveler can level a mountain himself.
Additionally,
Okay.
Ether learned how to use light energy to form a Kuvaki shield. something he used to protect the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Aether had come to genuinely care for Teyvat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting for a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh,
Fierce.
you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Don't you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings into Primo Gems for this. We can't miss when those ice guys trying to kill the Traveler inevitably warm up to him. Still got it.
Oh, so that's why you're broke as shit.
To Aether, the
Yeah,
journey has
I guess so.
The birds of Teyvat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just beyond the stars, and a field of flowers Lumine too loved.
Of course. So, after watching both of their analysis, well, okay, the Traveler had the whole ability where he could, apparently it could protect an entire, make it a kind of shield, protect the entire city. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try to remember stuff here now. This is gonna be difficult for me to make a choice though, because they feel like they're both pretty powerful in their own right, obviously. I don't think they mentioned anything about the Traveler's speed. There wasn't really a whole lot of numbers to go on there in general. I only know we got more from Aang, and I don't remember exact how fast he was, but he was apparently really fast, so there's that. I think both of them was able to control and dodge lightning. They both basically is, from what I gather here, both of them have their own airbending type of techniques, you know, like if you know, can control this and that to do this or that, and which is cool. I guess I don't see why they're going up against each other when they have similar powers like that. But yeah, come on. This is a really difficult decision one to make, though. I feel like I didn't get the information I usually get, like in the previous ones or something. But then again, maybe I just don't remember everything. Who is going to win, though? I don't know. It is a possibility that this Traveler can win this one. And I think that's mostly due to the shield stuff and the energy stuff he held back or whatever, I think it was. Yeah, okay, I don't know what much to say, so I'm gonna make a guess. Aang is gonna win. And we'll see if we're right. Alright, let's go.
The combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time.
Traveler is gonna lose. Aang is gonna win. Let's see if I'm right. Ah! Oh, I'm just being thrown right into it. Wait.
Two elements?
It could end up being one of those close matches, though. I don't think it's gonna be one of those ends in a draw. I don't think that's possible in this situation. Yeah, the Traveler had the thing we could try the dragon. I almost forgot about that part. So I don't think it's gonna change much, though. Because I don't think they gave us a huge amount of detail on it. Unless I missed some. Oh, nice.
What's going on? Paimon goes treasure hunting for 2 minutes now. Everything is going kaboom.
Okay. The animation is really well done, though. I really like the animation.
Cool glider. Can it do this?
I think he can. Oh, did he hit it in the head? That hurt.
Come on, Traveler! Get up! Never, ever, ever stop moving forward! Remember!
No one fights alone.
Not even you, huh? I guess it's right though. No one truly fights alone. You know, sometimes. Oh. Is he surviving? Yeah, I think he does.
For those who came before, and those who will follow. I am Avatar Aang, the last Airbender.
Right into the tree. That hurts. Like, imagine being knocked into a tree like that. It can't be good.
Take this! Through the heights and shallows. Through infinite dusks and dawns!
Oh, is this the final blow? Okay, I said I was wrong.
Way to go, Traveler! But does this mean no treasure?
That was wrong.
And my dailies are done. What a miss.
This was an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power, experience, speed, and elements.
First,
Okay,
power.
let's see.
Aang and Traveler could both change the terrain of entire cities, and we're way stronger than characters that can break mountains. But at their peak, they're both tearing up islands.
Aang's avatar state made him on par with Kyoshi, who created and moved the island of Kyoshi. Similarly, Night Soul's Blessing let Ether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack that even Vision Bearers weaker than Traveler can block. So he's definitely on that level.
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds, so we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori Island, about 3,000 gigatons of TNT. So their power is tied up.
Which means comparing their
this is a tie.
experience is crucial.
Ether's mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang centuries of knowledge.
Yeah, I think the experience has to go to Aang, right? Because of the descent and stuff.
In a way, Ether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused. Traveler is skilled, sure, but his training was mostly just a means to finding his sister, while Aang's journey was all about mastering elements to combat other elements.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang. However, another important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of mobility, both could roughly match the other. If Traveler was immobilized with earthbending, he could just dig his way out as a dinosaur.
And Aang's airbending and glider meant he could easily counter Ether if he took flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag. Aang bending away lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block that light-speed Kuvaki laser.
While lightning can move over 200,000 miles per hour, a beam of light can move 186,000 miles per second.
Over
that's a
3,000
huge
times
difference.
faster than Aang. Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So
Yeah, that's what has to be Traveler too. All the rest people the bomb.
could turn the forces of nature against the other.
At first, I actually thought this was Aang's dub.
Ether's elemental control is remarkable, but most of his attacks are projectiles, spires, and very specific implements that Aang has bent away in the past. Ether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos of elemental reactions and the script flips. Traveler could mix not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not. Bending was Aang's greatest strength, but also, against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Ether an easy access point through these combinations. When Aang used fire, Ether could use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang used water, Traveler's electrocharge could paralyze him, and so on.
This isn't just a gameplay thing. Genshin characters like the lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
And unlike Aang, Ether has fought multiple people who can use multiple elements. The longer the fight went on, the more Ether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
and could redirect lightning
I guess that makes
What about
sense.
electro buzzsaws, or an electrified tornado, or dendroblasts of pure plant energy?
The Kavaki shield especially gave Ether a strong defense to fall back on. Since it was made of pure light, Aang had no way to remove it outside of brute force.
By comparison, Aang's wind barrier wouldn't lock Traveler's elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos that would target Aang himself. Not a great situation to be in.
And since Ether's powers came from external earthly sources, like those statues, Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he theoretically overcame Ether's willpower.
Willpower that is strong enough to alter the fate of the entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the Traveler, cinching his victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his element.
The winner
Yeah,
is
he
the
really was
Traveler.
the traveler of this fight.
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo. Oh. Oh.
Next time on Death Battle.
So who's next? No, it's a Lego matchup?
Subscribe and join as a member to see more Death Battle. Thank
Alright, so I was wrong. If I give it a few more minutes to think about it, I probably had chosen the Traveler, but because I was probably very close to choosing him, I just didn't know what to choose. So a little more thinking, I probably would have done the exact same thing. But anyway, with that said, I was wrong either way, so it doesn't really matter. But if I would have done that or not, probably wouldn't have. Probably maybe I would have. I don't know. Let's talk about this one before we go to the next one. I think the analysis was fine. I mean, it wasn't the greatest analysis, especially not when you compare it to previous episodes. I was much more invested in the previous analysis episodes, or the analysis in the previous episodes. So, I don't know. Maybe that is just the beauty of two franchises that I'm not really into. I don't know. Anyway, I guess you can kind of already tell that. Yeah, I think it's a. I don't think the Genshin Impact game will be able to hold my attention for too much longer if I'm not able to play for longer than I did, which can barely be counted as a playthrough. So anyway, and I never watched Avatar, and I probably still won't. I don't know. Probably not my type of show. So yeah, I wasn't too pleased with the analysis, but you know, that's probably mostly because I'm not too mean to this two series at all. So, you know, gotta do what I gotta do, I guess. Anyway, the animation itself, the battle music and stuff, that was really good. I really enjoyed the animation. The animation was really fun to watch. Yeah, I don't know. I liked the animation. It was fine. The battle music was alright too. I did enjoy that more than analysis though, so that's good to know, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, I don't think there really is anything else to say about this particular episode. But yeah, it was a fine episode. I mean, it's not the greatest episode for me personally, but the next one, however, could maybe change it. It's Kai versus, oh, I'm definitely not gonna pronounce his name right. Tao. I totally mispronouncing that. But anyway, it's Ninjago versus Bionicle. Now, I never watched Ninjago, but I do like Lego and Bionicle. Wow, that is an old. Wasn't it also a Lego set? Wasn't it something called Lego Bionicle? I think there was something called that. So I think it's probably. So it feels like it's Lego versus Lego. Unless I totally misremember what Bionicle was. But so we have Kai, which I think was the red one based on the clips. Yeah, I don't know. When you watch Ninjago, I mean, I've seen a few things here and there, of course. I know there is a character in that show which had his own movie years ago, and he has a cameo or something in that show. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking about, that is, of course, Clutch Powers. And remember Clutch Powers? Anyway, so I think if I remember correctly, he makes a cameo at some point in the Ninjago show. But I don't... yeah, this is gonna be really interesting, though. Because if the laws of Ninjago work similar as it did in in the Clutch Powers movie, where you have to, in order to kill them, you basically have to remove their little spark that keeps them alive. I don't know if they can that, but then again, that could probably be put up to Bionicle as well. I'm pretty sure Bionicle is a anime. Excuse me, it's a Lego set. Pretty sure it is. I don't remember correctly. If I don't, I probably don't remember correctly, but I feel like it is. But it's a very old one, I think. I think it's almost as old as the Lego knights that you had, you know, back in the day when you had the blue, red, I think it was a black guy, and maybe a green one. I think it was dressed up as knights, you know, they had the shield and the sword, sort of thing, and armor, of course. There was a big version of them too. I had a big version of them growing up. Plus, I had a castle that you can build in as the same series, and I don't know if I still had a castle. Maybe I do. I don't know. Probably not. It's probably not complete though. It's probably broken. But at this point, you know, all the pieces are not assembled. Basically, if I still have it, I don't think I do. But if I have, all right. But anyway, yeah, Ninjago, Bionicle. I think it's gonna be an interesting match though. I don't know who is possibly going to win, because I don't know this character from Bionicle, and I am only a little bit familiar with Ninjago, mostly because I think I still have them as Lego minifigures, unless I have the parts laying around somewhere, probably. And I haven't really watched much of the show, aside from the few clips here and there, like the one featuring Clutch Powers. So yeah, I don't really know what else to say about the next time. But as of right now, I think I kind of want Kai to win, just because I'm more familiar with him than I am with the other guy. Only be slight, just by a little bit. So yeah, the next one's gonna be really interesting to see what they do with that one. But anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode by posting down in the comments below. If you agree with the result, if you disagree with the result, I can see what they got to that point. And yeah, I think the challenges superior. I missed too many clues probably throughout the analysis, most likely. Anyway, with that said, I thank you guys so much for watching. I'm gonna go edit this one and get out as soon as I can. And I'll see you guys next time, where it is Kai versus Tao Tahoe. I'm probably mispronouncing that. Yeah, Tao Tahoe? Doesn't sound right. Shao Tahoe? I have no idea how you pronounce that name. But anyway, it's gonna be really interesting to see the next one though. So I hope you guys look forward to that, and I'll see you guys next time. Miniature96 signing out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!